Opening bounce Friday night football. Weston Jolly on the way down. Jolly. Corey had it bounce off his body. Comes back to Beams, hurriedly kicks it down towards half forward in the back to Fasolo. Nothing doing. Over the top goal sack. Loose ball just inside the 50. In right, swung a boot at it, missed it. In goes Blair. Down goes Josh Hunt, and the umpire will ball it up about 40 metres out from Collingwood's attacking goal.
Just at the bounce, Taylor Hunt started half forward, but has come in to take Swan. So Geelong are happy for Collingwood to have that spare man back, which is he's sure at the moment.
As I said earlier, this time last season, neither of these teams had lost a game. They come in tonight, 5 losses between them. Speaking of 5, number 5, Maxwell, down towards the pocket, coming up down there. Cloak, hand pass comes from Dawes. Pendlebury lines up and kicks the goal. What a great start. Geelong haven't touched the footy yet.
Swan wanted to go to Pendlebury as well. I'm sure the Swan's the matchup, but when there's that, I guess, ill communication, Lee, it makes it very difficult.
Well, it does, but when it's really all to do with the centre bounce. If you get a centre bounce, you get it directly into your forward line. Well, the ball is in the attacking area, and Collingwood did really well to extricate themselves from congestion.
Umpire making it crystal clear. Gee, that's a massive kick from Cloak. They compete about 5 metres out. Runs free, falls in front. Pendlebury gets his second.
Just we see the long ball coming in again, just to the long contest. Geelong players, unfortunately, all on the deck there. You see Weston, Enright and Pendlebury.
Going forward just as much inside 50s, about 8 apiece, but at the moment they're just not setting up their forwards away from Geelong defenders.
Turnover again in the back half. So a few handballs missing targets, a few kicks. And that's from 9 kicks in the last 2 weeks. Now, that is a thumping kick. Well, they've found a goalkeeper in the last 3 weeks.
It's a bit of the payback, isn't it, for the turnover that created the Hawkins goal. But
towards side bottom, Swan now. Chain of hand passes, sure the last of them. They can kick here if they want to. Wellingham runs 15 metres, kicks to the wing. Beautiful finish. Spots Dawes on the lead. That was great coming out. As precise as we've seen tonight. Well-weighted kick to Wellingham. That was hard running. Had the ball moments ago in the back pocket to Didak. Didak inside the forward 50. Oh, that's terrific. Fasolo takes the mark. That will go on the highlight reel.
Nice kick, wasn't it? I mean, when he turned inside Didak, lovely weighted kick. It's important here just to make sure your forward doesn't have to break stride. Good extension kick right out in front. That's a really nice kick.
Alex Fasolo from East Fremantle in Western Australia. Famous club. And this young man carving a name for himself. The kick is on the way, and generally he's very accurate. This is no exception.
Second-tier players to alleviate the workload from Corey, Bartel, these sorts of players.
Stephenson stolen though by Swan, runs away from the centre circles. Can they muster the quick reply? Loose ball at the back. Poke! Off the ground. Geelong at one end, but the answer comes at the other.
Basically, just the kick. He doesn't mess around with it, Swan. He just drives it long and deep. And the defence is really all over the shop. Where's the opponent? Where's the footy? And, of course, if the ball just falls for a forward, he's 10 metres out from goal, and that was close.
The key for any young player watching that centre stoppage before, you see Dane Swan come in on the burst and on the move. So he's got that forward momentum straight away. He can surge forward and kick it long. And that's exactly what you spoke about, Lee, before the game.
Stokes set some big returns against Collingwood. Lovely kick inside. Hawkins. Well, great tackle from Reid. And then Shaw. So Collingwood dodge a bullet there. I thought the kick was okay coming in. And Hawkins just couldn't make the most of it. O'Brien's kick was dangerous. Was a good mark.
That was a goal that became a clearance out of defence, wasn't it? That was a terrific tackle.
I'll tell you, that's unbelievable.
Hit the arm,
yep.
So Beams in the back half. Been a busy Beams again tonight. He's had over 30 in the last 3 weeks. Hunt front spot. Fasolo's up and about at the moment. Did so well there to side bottom.
Side bottom feeds it forward. Sinclair, all youngsters, driven inside the forward 50. Enright failed to touch the football. As a result, they're touched up. It comes to Swan, and Swan snaps the goal.
Terrific build-up here by the Collingwood Football Club. Still side bottom involved off the solar. He's amazing vision. He's taken the ball and looked over his left shoulder straight away, but still maintained his forward momentum.
Hawkins waited, run down by the man who's famous for that now, Shaw coming up behind him. And Pendlebury is released. A couple of bounces. Runs to the 50. Takes it on. That's a magnificent kick. Oh, what a beauty. That is Buddy Franklin-like. The pace may have been different. The lope certainly was. But the finish was outstanding. Struck Pendlebury's a star. And he boots his third goal on Friday Night Football.
The fantastic chase down tackle on Hawkins here from Shaw. That creates a turnover. Well, Collingwood had the numbers. Now the question is, could they use the extra number and make a certainty of it? Pendlebury looked forward, no obvious forward on compared to the Geelong defence, so he took the game on himself and kicked that long.
Some good numbers disposals-wise as well. Pendlebury. Great handball to Jolly, and then Jolly held the handball back for a moment. Beams brilliantly. Blair, well done. Swan, it'll be a mark right in front, and Goldsack's going to keep the goals ticking over.
Swan again starting in the middle of the ground. Taylor Hunt, his direct opponent, starting across half forward for Geelong. Jimmy Bartels, the Geelong player on this occasion, that's pushing forward. So just on that set up, Taylor Hunt just got lost.
He's getting a sack full. Goldsack, he loves to kick a goal at the moment. He's kicked two.
Have a look at Dane's runs running here. He's just getting on the end of it if he's needed. It's very hard for Taylor Hunt to come from outside the square because you've got no contact.
Man, I don't know what was going on, but something was. Down goes Selwood, slips it away. Corey, loose arm, collected side bottom. Advantage was paid. He was going to get the free kick. Beams gave it to Pendlebury. Across the doors just inside the 50. Back to Beams. Beams under pressure. Can't get it to a teammate, but Fasolo got it from Mackey's hands and goes in and kicks it.
Position this part of the ground here. Just look at the Collingwood jumpers in the screen. All of a sudden, they just got the numbers to the contest. Got the free kick, but played advantage. That's the running power sometimes.
Gives to Reid, a left footer, so he gave it to him on the right side, and he spears that over the top. Side bottom read it well. He's a good player, side bottom, isn't he? Running hard to Thomas. Thomas back inboard. Swan, they're building now to Dawes. Dawes looks up, goes to full forward. Cloak, not quite. Blair, what a goal! Collingwood dash away the big margin of the night.
Passage of the night this time. Dane Swan coming through the middle of the ground to Dawes. And interestingly enough, they're just tacking the goal square. That's 5 of their 10 goals have come from within 15 metres, and that's really potent footy.
And Tuvey running hard, using side bottom, and side bottom has been so good tonight. Trapped that ball brilliantly.
He's been great, hasn't he? Up to 32 possessions now. Here's Goldsack on the outer side. Breaks a tackle. Now he's away. We know he can kick it long. High ball inside the 50. He can kick it accurately as well. So Dawes, goal kicking hasn't been easy for him this season, but how big would this be? Kick is on the way. It's massive, and it's good.
Little stat with Chris Scott too, Lee. I mean, he's never lost as coach at Geelong here at the MCG. They're 10 and zip, and 4 of those 10 wins have been by under a goal.
Yeah, just keep finding a way.
So Maxwell, that's pretty good kick actually, a beauty. Going to sit now for Pendlebury. Now Cloak's on here. There he goes, bang to Cloak at full forward.
I got to say it, Bruce. That was centimetre perfect. What a kick!
Beautiful kick. Gee, I tell you what, the press up of keeping the ball in the opposition's forward 50 has fallen apart completely in 2012. When a side kicks it behind these days or gets a ball deep in defence, geez, mostly they just take it down the other end.
Yep.
And Lee, is that because the press isn't as good, or are you getting better at getting it out?
I don't know. I don't know. All of those forwards just keep getting on the end of those balls in the forward 50.
Massive kick. He's had some chances in the last quarter, Cloak, and he's got that one. So he matches Hawkins with 2 goals for the match. Collingwood skip away again. 9 more scoring shots for Cats since half-time.
Really missed the run of Swan here in the past 15 minutes, Collingwood.
So Jolly hurt there in the ball up. Pendlebury's been outstanding in the last quarter. Geelong with the momentum. in right out of the centre. Kicks the ball to about 50. Shaw made a terrific contest. Clark kicks the ball to space. Every contest important here. Well done by Buckley to Sinclair, two of their least experienced players. Slow kick finds its mark for Solo. Wants 50, gets it. Can you believe it?
Technically, it's right, isn't it?
Yep. The run will be going out to him to take your 30 seconds to try and run down the clock.
Let it go. Good. Yeah, get it right there. Play on. That's all you feel the game. So you're not. You got a game.
Well, the clap of the hands tell a different story, don't they? From one man to the other. And Collingwood fans will be clapping their hands. You would think after this kick, he's kicked 3, the number 1, and they lead by a goal.
It's one of those rub of the green free kicks, 50-metre penalties, isn't it? He's certainly, I mean, the rule is that if a player marks the ball and you're not in a contest, you can't impede him. And I guess that's basically what Hunt did. Very marginally, but the umpire said sufficiently to impede him so he can't play on. Most of the time, that's going to be 50.
Yeah, the question is whether he played on. I think if he took the sidestep off the line, he played on, and probably too hard to tell, but absolutely rub of the green.
So the play on a 50-metre penalty, one of the two.
And the umpire's still got to call the play on, doesn't it?
Yeah, yes.
You can't just go and put your mitts on him. So 6 points the difference. Collingwood on top, just over a minute to go. And what we've seen tonight, don't rule out the Cats just yet. Side bottom, any score though will win it to the Magpies. Blair goes to Pendlebury. What a term he's had. Long bomb going back is Dawes, and it's gone the right way. It's bounced. The footy barracks for Collingwood, and so do they. 4 goals to Dawes. Pendlebury, I'm sorry. He didn't touch it, did he, Dawes? He was chasing it. He's elated. Not the most athletic run.
Well, what a quarter Pendlebury's played. I mean, he looked out in his feet at three-quarter time, Pendlebury. He has been the difference of the last quarter.
Yeah, it was still side bottoms. For mine has been the best player on the field. Farmed it out to Blair, then on to Pendlebury. Just shows you the drive of Scott Pendlebury. Clearly hurt, clearly lame with a sore lower leg. But 4 goals, 30 disposals.
He's the one who's looked outstanding and in control and composed under pressure this last 5 minutes for Collingwood.
12 disposals, 4 inside 50s for Pendlebury in the last quarter. He's had a magnificent impact on this game. Selwood banging long. Time the big enemy for the Cats now. Collingwood surely home. Chappie can't break the tackle as that time clicks away and a ball out. What a game we've seen, though. It has lived up to the build-up. Geelong will be 4-4 in unfamiliar territory. They'll have a lot of work to do in the last 2/3 of this season to make a defence of their title.
Clock is running down while all this jousting is taking place. Well, they responded like a very good side.
Yeah, it's not the question of hunger from either of these two sides.
No. They absorbed a lot. They could barely get it out of their back line. And I suppose in one respect, the opposition kicking a goal or a couple gave them the chance to get a goal with a clean takeaway. And there's the siren. Just a terrific game of football. Collingwood prevail on Friday night. 96-84.
Huge game between these two clubs. They came, they threw everything at you, but you're able to respond in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, we knew they were going to come out strong from criticism they got through the week, and we knew it was going to be a grind. It's always a grind against these guys. No matter how far you get in front, they always come back. So sort of got to keep your nerve and not get rattled, and I think the boys did that tonight.
Dane Swan went off pretty early in that last quarter. It looked like with a hamstring injury. Did that take away from your run, do you think, just that one rotation?
Yeah, well, I think there's another bloke off as well. I think Mike Reedy might have been off as well. So it really hurts when you can't rotate and you've got to hang out there. And yeah, we hung in there.
Certainly did that. Must feel great, mate. You got the win against the Cats.
Yeah, it does. We lost to them 3 times last year, and we really, wanted to come out and put in a good performance, and the boys did that.
And your calf's okay, you had the ice on it at 3/4 time, looked all right.
Yeah, it's just it's more the direct impact, just the corky, so trying to get the swelling out of it, but yeah, it'll be all right.
Thanks for that.
Cheers, Richard.
Well, hey, mate, you're under siege in that back 50. I think they had 23 inside 50s. You guys are out on your feet.
Mate, yeah, Reedy went off and they just kept on pumping the ball in. I wasn't looking forward to kicking it in about 10 times in the last quarter. I didn't want to stuff it up, so we battled throughout the whole game and showed a bit of character that last 5 minutes, banging a couple home, so wrapped to get the win, mate.
How was it in that last sort of 10 minutes? The ball just kept coming in and then they drew level. How were you feeling at that point?
Oh, mate, you don't know really whether to just stay on your man or try and attack. You've got to find that fine balance. As soon as it drew, we just had to push forward and have a crack at it. And Coach put us in front, and then Pendles gave us a little bit of breathing space. So good gutsy win and wrapped together 4 points.
Your own form, mate. Your last month, you've really been building. You must be feeling good about that as well.
Yeah, mate, it's good to get a few kicks. Hopefully the ball stays in the forward line a bit more and I don't have to get so many kicks because, as you said, mate, the last 10 minutes we're under the pump and I don't like being down there when it's that close.
I'll enjoy singing the song.
Thanks, mate.
Magnificent game. Collingwood by 12 points over Geelong. 14-12 to 11-18.